Hello and welcome to Better Business Podcast. My name is Alexei, and this is my episode number 50. Wow, what a year it has been. I launched Better Business Podcast at the end of January this year, and have been pushing it very hard to make sure I can commit weekly to produce an episode. And yeah, it's been quite interesting, I must say. Quite a few interesting guests on the show, quite a few interesting conversations, ideas that sort of came up. Yes, it has been quite a bit of work, in case you're wondering, but I'm really proud that I've actually been able to do it, and I'm hoping to carry through the next year as well with the same sort of momentum. I guess every time we do something, it does create a bit of a learning curve for us. So I wanted to really wrap up the year and I guess share some things with you. I think 2023 has been quite a challenging year for a lot of businesses. Some businesses have had the best year ever. Other people have potentially had the worst year. I don't know if many businesses had it the same, to be honest. I mean, it's all relative, right? Like, I mean, you'd be comparing your business performance to previous years. And to be honest, the last 2 to 3 years post COVID have not been the usual years. So, I mean, if you're doing better, great. If you're doing worse, well, you have to really understand how the market's changing and all the external factors that are coming along as well. Um, I think what every business is really lacking is a little bit of direction, and clarity, I guess, is really what's required to get that direction as well. So I think, Christmas break, this time of the year, is really a good time to sort of reflect back and understand, what's going on, what's happening. And ideally, you really need to slow down and just get a little bit of clarity, get a break, because it feels like even when we are on holidays, especially when you've got kids, it just doesn't stop, does it? I mean, we're always running somewhere. We've got people over, we've got all the things that we're doing. And then at the end of the day, yeah, we just don't feel rested at all. I personally think that the best break I've had was, just getting 10 minutes a day to do some meditation. And it really just helps you get a little bit of clarity, get back into that particular state. I think that, in case you're thinking, hey, clarity, it's obviously, quite a big word. There's a lot of things that are, that need to be resolved in order for you to get clearer. I think that maybe it's over the age thing, or maybe it's just over time. We potentially just lose clarity because we get so busy with everything. And I guess some of the signs that I'm noticing is things like, well, you may not know what you want for your birthdays. Like, you already got everything, or you don't just don't want anything. So that's a sign where your clarity potentially may need to be, reviewed, and you may want to sort of pay some attention to it, because if you don't know what you want for your birthday, something's definitely not right. I mean, the power of clarity is that once you know what you want, once you formulate your thoughts, everything around you will start to sort of happen around that. It's just it's almost a miracle, but that's how goal setting works, and it all starts with clarity. I think another good question to ask yourself is, if there was an investor who, let's say, came along and gave you, let's say, $100,000 for your business, how would you spend that $100,000? What would you invest that into? How would you multiply that money? Could you really use that your business as a money making machine to multiply that, or is there an issue? If there is, then obviously your business isn't working very well, and most of the time it's probably not really a business, but you've created yourself a job where other people paying you an investment of some sort just doesn't make any sense. So something for you to think about. And I guess, these sort of questions really help with the clarity side of things. I mean, I do a lot of personal development and research on these things, and that really helps me, throughout the year overall and throughout my business adventure. There's no other way to put it. I think overall, the things that are really affecting your clarity are things like multitasking, for example. If you find that you're doing too many things, you're always too busy, but everything is more or less the same or worse, I think it's really time to start thinking about how you monitor your tasks and how you manage them as well. What is it that you're doing? I mean, are you doing too many things yourself? Could you get someone else to help you? Could you potentially group those things to do them at specific time of the week? Is that an option? Could you potentially, focus on working with good clients and maybe, get them to pay you more, and start reducing the hours you spend on non-ideal clients? Because, multitasking and overthinking sometimes comes from things you can't really resolve, or things just don't sit right. And I think overall, it's really important to focus on spending the time with people who inspire you and motivate you. And if you're surrounded by people that are not very happy, you really need to do something about it. I mean, it's nothing about those specific people, but it's more about you being able to make a change in your business. We're talking about business here, and we're talking about the fact that you need inspiration and motivation to move forward. So I think overall, there's a lot of little things here and there that really, that you should really be paying attention to, because at the end of the day, if you're not focusing on your business, if you're not clear on what you're doing, how can you expect that to go any better? I mean, you may get a person walking into your business who could potentially advise you or maybe do things for you if you get a consultant or some sort of an agency. But at the end of the day, your business really needs to grow. It really needs to change. So I guess, 2024 is really just a whisker away. And there's a lot of things that happen this year in my business and many other businesses as well. And I think while you can't really forecast for a lot of things, or you can't really know what's happening or what's going to happen, you could at least plan for it. And planning is really all about, I guess, the things that you can pick and choose. What sort of clients do you want to work with? What sort of services do you want to focus on? What sort of people do you want on your team or not want on your team? I mean, New Year is just that time of the year that sort of makes it logical for a new beginning. But overall, I think it's a great opportunity to restart certain things, or potentially, turn the page and move on with the things that haven't really served you. In terms of my own businesses, everything's been going okay. There's been quite a few changes in terms of some of the businesses we work with. Over the time, I've found that providing consulting to businesses really makes a bigger impact as opposed to doing the marketing for them. So I'm actually moving towards sales and marketing coaching, and I'm kicking off my program late January. So if you guys are interested in something like that, please reach out to me. Send me an email to ak@alexei.com.au. I'll put some description, some notes in the description. But it's really more about helping businesses get to that other level, because I know personally that doing things yourself really just caps you. And then you walk into the office doing the same thing over and over. I walked into the office today to do pays, and I've been here for 4 hours just trying to sort out a few things that obviously piled up over the Christmas period. It's quite natural, but a lot of businesses just get stuck in, these admin work sort of tasks where they should really be focusing on something else. And I guess, for myself, working with people who are wanting to grow really inspires me and allows me to move further as well. So I look forward to working with a number of coaching clients this year to help grow your businesses and also grow my business as well by working with you. So it actually works both ways for me. Now, I think what's really important is maybe just take a moment to reflect on the year and give yourself a pat on the shoulder for all the things that you've done, for all the things that you have tried, and all the things that you have failed and recovered from. Because a lot of the time, I come across people who haven't really tried, and it's not a fair comparison of somebody who works for somebody else and someone who runs a business where it's really a different comparison in terms of failing at something and potentially learning from it. The impacts are completely different. Now, I'm obviously, talking quite general, guys, but I just want to make sure that you understand that running a small business does require, a lot of different skills. It does require a lot of courage, and it does require a lot of, different skills like connecting with people and obviously being good at more than just the one thing. So, guys, well done. You're awesome. For even trying to run a small business. And if things are not going very well, just make sure you can stop and think, where is it that you can improve, and, what's actually causing all the chaos as well. I mean, we're all got different markets. We all got different things that are affecting us. But I know for sure that things like the interest rate rise, for example, has been affecting everybody. There's a lot of other factors as well. But it's not the end of the world. If you look at the history of the economy, there's been recessions, there's been depressions, there's been all sorts of crises, and if anything, there's been more successful people who basically have been able to fine-tune their business based on those events. So, guys, I think the most important thing is for you to stay positive, make sure that you are clear about what you're doing and what you shouldn't be doing next year. And I personally would like to wish you and your business prosperity and success, and I hope we'll chat soon. Now, if you enjoy my podcasts or would like to share any of my episodes, please make sure you subscribe and share them with your friends, whichever platform you guys are listening on. It's been an absolute pleasure delivering content to you guys every single week. So this is it for 2023 and episode number 50. Like I said, I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.